Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you my top tips for being a ground pounder in the summer heat and high humidity. Now, many of the points I'm going to cover in this video I've gone possibly more in depth on in a previous video in the ground pounder series, where I showed how to make a poncho shelter on the ground with using a garbage bag as a debris leaf tick underneath me. You may want to go back and refer to that. But for right now, let's begin. When you have decided that you're going to sleep on the ground in the summer, in the high humidity, it is a factor of where you're at in the country. I live in the deep south, and down here, daytime temperatures can, during the heat of summer, are 95, 100 degrees, heat index 110, 115, 118. The ground just bakes, and the humidity is like 80 or 90%. It is difficult to breathe. The air is so thick and so humid. And if you choose to go camping during this time, when it gets to be time to set up a shelter, here are a few tips that's going to make you more comfortable. I can't create air conditioning, but I can at least give you something comfortable to sleep on and in. First, your bed pad, your sleeping pad, is not a magic carpet. This is the top layer of the bed. The rest of the bed you should build. I know many people are going to say, Blackie, I just want to, I don't want to have to do all that work. I just want to lay down on this. Then you're going to lay there and suffer. I hate to be rude, but that's just the truth. No little bitty flimsy pad is going to truly give you a comfortable night's sleep. It will cushion to a point, but with just a little effort, you can greatly improve your comfort. Number one, select your site carefully. I want a piece of ground that's at a slight upward angle like this. I'm going to put my head at this angle. Not severe, but slightly. About from the back of my knees to just above my shoulders, I'm going to tear the ground up. I used to take my kukri and kind of turn it up like he was disking up a garden. This softens up because that dirt is hard packed, compressed. If I soften it up, I get air in there, I get softness, and it'll also conform to my body better once I lay on it, correct? Instead of me just laying on a flat slab, I form it kind of fluffy to conform to me. So I'm going to tear the dirt up. Only go down like an inch, 2 inch, something like that, but make that layer. Again, from about the back of your knees up just past your shoulders and the width of you, okay? Now, I've turned that up. Now I add a layer as thick as my hand, a layer of leaves or pine straw or whatever on top of that turned ground. Now, if you think it's just going to waller away from you in the night, see if you can find a log or something to put one on either side like that to frame it, to keep it from pushing out. So like a 3 or 4 inch thick log on either side so that hand thick doesn't slide out of the way and one at your head. Just take a couple of sticks and drive them in the ground to keep the log from rolling away, and you're set. So now you got a bed that's got turned up dirt. You have removed dirt around the hips and the shoulders so that contours to you better, and then you put this on top of that. Now you have a semi-comfortable bed. It's never going to be an air mattress, but it's a lot more comfortable. Next, let's talk about the mosquitoes. Now, in that ground pounder video, I showed taking a U.S. Army surplus mosquito net that I cut down. This one is not cut down, and you see the bulk of that. I cut it down so that by driving two sticks into the ground and draping it over and pulling it down and hooking it, it covered above my head and came down to about my hips. So I would be in an envelope of mosquito netting around the important stuff where I could be uncovered. You may want to go back and look at that video for that. But this does work, and these are surplus and available, but they're kind of bulky. You'd have to cut this down quite a bit. If you go to One Wind Outdoors on their site and go look, they have several of these mosquito nets that are for going over hammocks that are zipped up on the bottom. It's a one-piece environment. It would be easy to modify for this. And the real advantage over that U.S. Army is, A, it's automatically, that's full size, that ain't been cut down. I can cut that down by half, if not more. But it's also no-seam fabric. And the U.S. Army one is not no-seam. But this is no-seam and would be a better choice to modify. I want to rig that up in some way that whenever I lay down, it covers me from about my hips up. I don't care about my legs unless I'm going to lay completely exposed. In heat conditions, you may need to do that, in which case, drive stakes in the ground. So 3 points, head, far, and this upper corner is left loose so that I can come under and then hook it on a pre-existing stake to hold it to the ground. And while we're on the topic of bugs, coat the things you can with permethrin, which is the stuff you get for being insect repellent for gear. So your clothing, your bedding, your pad, all of that you should coat with permethrin. This will help deter ticks, chiggers, ants, other boogers, and things that's going to crawl on you during the day and night. That's one of the reasons Blackie went to hammocks, to get up off the ground to avoid them things. But if you're going to be a ground pounder, do everything you can to make yourself as unattractive as you can to the insects. So we've got a bed prepared. We now have our mosquito net in place to keep the bugs off of us. Now, what covering? If it is going to be super hot, I mean, like I was just discussing the conditions down here, a sheet works just fine. Now, these are available at Walmart right now, and you can go to Amazon and find things like this as well. And this is 78 inches by 33.5 inches, a rectangular sleeping bag liner. I've showed this on earlier videos. All I have done, and you can see the diagram of it right here, that's the top, that's one corner opened up. I split the seam down a lot farther to use this in a hammock, but it still works for a ground pounder. You can see it's very light and very small and compact. So with half of this and that would cover most of my problems. On hot, humid, extra lightweight is all you're going to need. You don't need the warmth. You're just making a covering. And that way I could cover up to, say, my hips with that sleeping bag liner and then have the mosquito net over me from here and just let me lay there in the air. Depending on where you're at in the country is what level of coverage you're going to need as far as the sleeping bag. Now, as I just said, in my conditions, that sheet's going to be it. But what if it's going to be a little different? Maybe the temperature's going to drop down into the 60s or even 50s. You guys up in the northern tiers like Ohio and places like that, even in the summer, you may dip down into the low 60s at night, if not the high 50s. You need a little bit more than I need. And so therefore, this is a canvas sleeping bag cover. It is just simply a U.S. Army type sleeping bag, but it's just the outer canvas cover. This was meant to be a covering goes over a sleeping bag to protect it from getting dirty, and it's got a water repellent coating on it. It's just a sleeping bag, but it's just made out of cotton canvas. You can still sometimes find these in surplus, and what you're looking for is a 1945, a 1948, or a 1960s Vietnam sleeping bag cover. It's actually, this is a lot lighter than this. But if you want to go a little bit more, this would be good down into the mid 60s, maybe the low 60s. Because of body heat, it would trap it fairly well, but still be light enough to carry. If you're going to be facing conditions where you may have rain or a lot of moisture, then I recommend the MS Sleep System bivy cover. A lot of people don't like these for various reasons. I like them because it's waterproof. You can lay down in it. It's got zipper and snap. Open it up so the bottom half can be your bottom half can be completely covered laying in there, and then your top half can be uncovered because you can throw this open like this, and you've got this hood that your head can be in here. You can put your pillow in here. Remember I said that I elevated my head a little bit? I can put it whatever I'm using for a pillow. Clothing I'm not wearing, whatever, my haversack, whatever is a pillow. And then should it go to blowing rain and it blowing in, all I got to do is just throw this over the top, and I will still have air on either side of me, but I can lay sideways. So if it's going to be rain or storm or whatever, this is going to be what gets the choice. In conclusion, the bottom line is this: you have to be aware of your conditions and what you're expecting. I need to be carrying some sort of sleeping bag, cover, whatever, that's going to work for the conditions that I'm in. Not too much. This is in the middle of summer, is not the time to be toting a down sleeping bag. I know it's really light. I know it's really fluffy. But unless you're in the northern tiers where it's going to be dropping down in the 50s, it's way overkill. And laying there sweating is no fun. And so if you don't take the time to match the cover to the conditions, you're going to wake up in a puddle of sweat. And this just not enjoyable. The bed. Most people skip that step. They just want to blow up an inflatable pad, throw something out, and lay down and claim that it's the best sleep of their life. I call BS. I've tried it. It don't work. Unless you guys are a lot fluffier than me. My hips go to hurting, my back goes to hurting. I wake up, my shoulder aching. You get up in the morning and you feel like you've been beat because you kept waking up all night. Got to roll over, got to roll over, got to roll over. Take the time to make the bed. It doesn't take 15 minutes to just till up the ground a little bit, make those depressions, secure the leaf debris on top of it, secure it so it doesn't run away from you, and then put your sleeping bag on top. It's a much more comfortable night's sleep. It really is. And if you're going to be a ground pounder, you got to take every trick you can to make it enjoyable. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.